We have a lot to talk about. We just had the Julian Strother game. The Timberwolves just put belt to ass on the Golden State Warriors, and Josh Hart leaked out blood on the court. Stay with me. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander found himself in some really bad foul trouble, and his fourth foul was by far his worst. It was a foul on Jokic at the end of the second quarter in which he made a play for the ball. He was trying to steal the ball, but he actually smacked Jokic on the arm, and Jokic sold it correctly, put his arms up like this. He exaggerates, but you know, it's the NBA. And that was his fourth. And it was the reason I say it was his worst one is because I don't think SJ understood what a potential fourth foul would mean for him and his team. That means he's not going to play out of the third quarter because you just can't risk him not playing the fourth. Coach Mark Daigneault would just never ran that risk. And so that's what happened. In the third quarter, we didn't see a lot of SGA, which sucks because outside of this, he virtually had a perfect game. Jamal Murray walked into the arena questionable with the illness, but that did not stop him from being dominant today. He did a lot of heavy lifting for Denver scoring-wise, and he's the reason that OKC found themselves in so much foul trouble to begin with. When he's on a scoring run, is not a lot of people that can guard him. At halftime, OKC led 61-58, shot 24-42 from the field, 57%, 7 of 17 from 3, 41%, shot 6 of 12 from the free throw line, 50%, had 24 rebounds, 4 offensive ones, 20 defensive ones, 14 assists, had 6 steals, 3 blocks, 9 turnovers, and their leading scorer was Shai with 14 points at halftime. As for the Denver Nuggets, they shot 21 of 44, 47% from the field, 6 of 16, 37.5% from 3, shot 10 of 15, 66.7% from the free throw line, had 19 rebounds, 3 offensive ones, 16 defensive ones, 14 assists, 8 steals, 0 blocks, and 7 turnovers. Their halftime leading scorer was Christian Braun, who was on fire in the first half with 15 points. But due to Shai's foul trouble in that first half, he was limited in what he could do defensively going to that second half. And so in that third quarter, he had to be very conscientious. And Coach Mark Daigneault sat him out in some very critical key moments in that third quarter. Aside from that, though, SGA was phenomenal tonight. It was a classic SGA game. Jalen Williams, on the other hand, was horrible tonight. And we're going to get into that in a bit. But first, I want to talk about some of the other guys. Chet Holmgren had a great first half. He had 11 points by halftime and finished the night with 19 and 11. Lu Dort was good tonight. He had 10 points. As for Denver, Peyton Watson, he had a great defensive effort today. And the play I just want to highlight right now, it's just one play. He had a good game overall, but this I just can't get over. As I said, Jalen Williams played horrible, and we're going to get into that. But I think there was a point in this game where OKC was beginning to start a run in that fourth quarter. And I think it might have been Caruso, but someone on OKC stole the ball and started the fast break. And in that fast break, J-Dub was in a full sprint. He's ready. They dished the ball to J-Dub. J-Dub's ready to yam it. He's thinking, if I can get this transition dunk, I'm going to get my swag back. Confidence back into me, and we can win this game and close out the series. But while he was about to yam it, guess who met him at the top? I thought it was LeBron. I thought I heard blocked by James. Peyton Watson. Bop. Sent that shit back to Cancun. He sent it to Cancun. It was a great block. So shout out to Peyton Watson for being an absolute dog. Aaron Gordon. Good or reliable. He had a good game, man. I know if nobody else does good, Aaron Gordon, he's going to do me right, man. Today, he had 17 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. But unfortunately, it did seem like at the end of the game, he would maybe been suffering from a hamstring injury. I saw him hold his hamstring a few times coming out of timeouts. So that's definitely something to look out for. We see how serious his injuries are. We saw with CP3 on that Houston Rockets team. It cost them possibly a championship. Maybe they beat that Warriors team. Maybe they go on to beat that Warriors team if CP3 never gets injured and Harden has the help. And maybe they don't miss, 27 threes in a row if CP3's there. Who knows? And also we're seeing it now with Stephen Curry 30. Jimmy, we're gonna talk about Jimmy. Jimmy, brother, you are not off the hook, bro. We're gonna talk about Jimmy. But yeah, we see it now with Steph Curry. Cost them the series. He only played game 1. I think he only played the first quarter even of game 1. So yeah, hamstring is no joke. Hamstring is no joke. MPJ was good tonight. He went 4 for 9, had himself 10 points. Last game was pretty rough, so it's good to see him bounce back. Russell Westbrook. Westbrook was bad today, like really bad. But luckily, Julian Strother, he was sensational. He's young, only in his second year. He didn't have a lot of opportunities to play heavy minutes in the regular season, but today he had an opportunity and he made the most of it. He made some big shots and is a big reason that third quarter went so well. And in that fourth quarter, he was money. He forced fouls. He hit a huge corner three late into the fourth quarter off a Nikola Jokic pass. And when Russell Westbrook was suffering, at least you got production out of him. So it really made up for it. He finished the game with 15 points on almost 77% true shooting percentage. Nikola Jokic. Jokic is great. He's just such a pleasure to watch, man. Like, he doesn't force anything. He keeps things within the flow of the game. He makes his teammates better. And today, he did all of these things. This is what he does on a consistent basis. And if you ask me, he might be MVP. The game was kind of weird. It was a weird defensive game. It's rare that you see two different superstars get into foul trouble early on. Jokic had 3 fouls coming into halftime. And then, like I said earlier, SJ had 4. So they're playing this game where they had to be very conscientious with how they play defense. Like every single small movement, deciding, is it worth going for this ball or diving for this, going for this reach? These are the small, minute details of the game that foul trouble can really put you in. So yeah, I don't think anybody expected these two stars to get into foul trouble like this. But hey, it's the playoffs. Anything can happen, and you've got to be prepared. And in that fourth quarter, OKC was not prepared. And I got to give a shout out to the Denver coaching staff. These guys had it down. They had a good game plan, and they stuck with it. And they won thanks to it. So their game plan going to the fourth quarter was this. Simply put, if we lose, it's not going to be because of SGA. We're going to make somebody else beat us. And they knew that was going to work, because J-Dub sucked. He was horrible. The second fiddle has to perform to some extent. If you are not the guy, but you're the guy below the guy, you're still really crucial in keeping this guy as the guy. Does that make sense? Probably not. Let me put it like this. The number 2 option has to perform. It has to perform because it creates spacing on the floor, and that makes the first option a threat. If you can double the first option, that means the second option is not doing his job as a co-star. You let him shine, and in doing so, he lets you shine, and then that constitutes to winning. Williams shot 19% from the field today. He went 3 of 16 from the field, made 0 of his 4 3-pointers attempted. He did manage to grab 7 rebounds, and he did get 10 assists, but if you're shooting that bad, man, like, there's really nothing you can do that's going to make up for your poor shooting, especially when you're going against an experienced Denver Nuggets team. They know what they're doing. They're comfortable doing this. SGA did his best. He finished with 32, 6, and 3. But as I said, it's impossible for someone to win by themselves. It's a team sport after all. But I want to talk about the Denver Nuggets. Say what you want about the Nuggets. Jamal Murray and Russell Westbrook, they're not consistent enough. The team doesn't show up on a night-to-night basis. Jokic is there carrying with no supporting cast. This, that, the third. They just got rid of their star head coach, Mike Malone, for no apparent reason. Listen, when it's winning time, that's what they do. They win. They find a way. Whether it be Nikola Jokic having a masterclass, or Jamal Murray turning into prime Kobe Bryant, or today was Julian Strawther. They always find somebody. It might be MPJ or Aaron Gordon tip with like 0.2 left on the clock, or Aaron Gordon corner 3. They always find a way. And the reason they always find a way is I think they're actually championship contenders. I think so. I really think so. I think they could be the best team in the league. We don't want to admit it because we have this fun. I understand Jokic is great. I've been talking about how great he is all video long. I know that. But I think what the NBA does is to highlight Jokic. They want to make it seem like his team sucks. His team doesn't suck. His team doesn't suck. If his team sucked, they wouldn't be one game away from the conference finals. In fact, his team's great. He has great players around him. And although he makes them great, it's vice versa. They make him great as well. To get these assists, someone has to put the apple in the basket. It's really not. It's quite simple. It's not complicated. New York City versus the Boston Celtics, Game 5. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button below, because if you don't, I'm going to personally make sure that Nico Harrison is your next GM. And trust me, nobody wants that. I don't want to talk a lot about this segment because I kind of said a lot in my previous video about the series, and I don't think it's going to go much further. But Josh Hart, you do a lot for the Knicks, man. I know I'm not a Knicks fan, but I can tell they appreciate you, man. You do everything for the Knicks. You talk about blood, sweat, tears. Well, here's the blood. He bled. Luke Cornett elbowed him above his eyelid, and it was bad. He was trying to close out. It was too late. On his way up, trying to block the shot, he elbowed him above his eyelid. The guy was leaking, but him being the dog that he is, it didn't impact him. He just bandaged up, wiped it off, went back to the court. I don't remember if he got free throws or not. If he probably made them, I don't remember. But he probably went back into the game and made his free throws. If there was free throws, he surely got free throws. He was leaking. Also, he had a great game with 24 points and 7 rebounds. Salute to him. Jaylen Brown and Derek White also had a great game. Brown finished with 26, 12, and 8 assists. Also, one last shout out to Luke Cornett. This man was playing out of his mind. God damn it. He played 26 minutes and had 7 blocks. 7 blocks. 26 minutes. Miami. Come to the Heat. But on a much more real note, the Celtics miraculously kept their season alive. They won Game 5. It was 127 to 102. You're probably wondering, why do I look like confident or excited about this? It's because, like I said, like, who are we kidding? I'm sure the Knicks have already booked their tickets to Indiana. The Celtics aren't doing a 3-1 deficit. They're just not. Without Jason Tatum, they're on this short notice. They're not beating this Knicks team. I really think these Knicks. It's not even just that I don't believe in the Celtics. It's more so that I think the Knicks are that good. I really, really believe this Knicks team. I think Jalen Brunson is that guy. I have him over Luka Doncic right now. Some people don't agree with me, but what can I say, man? When actually, he's consistent on a night-to-night basis. He's not getting bullied on defense, even though he's like 6'2", all of 6'2", and then one's kind of chubby. Like Luka Doncic is an elite athlete that doesn't run fast, jump high. I don't know. Maybe watch his diet. With that being said, I'm expecting an Indiana Knicks series very soon. And to my Pacers fans, we have a hate-hate relationship. Y'all don't like me. I don't like you. I hate the Indiana Pacers, bro. Your organization sucks. The fans also suck. I don't even blame you. It's not your fault. Listen, it's not your fault. Let's have a heart-to-heart. It's not your fault that you don't understand good basketball. You've never seen good basketball. You're an Indiana Pacer fan. The closest thing you've seen to good basketball is Paul George. Podcast P, really? That's the best you've got? Here in Miami, we had D Wade, we had LeBron, Shaquille O'Neal, UD, Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway. People come from that cloth. You guys have Reggie Miller, Paul George. Ugh. Timberwolves versus Warriors, Game 5. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this one either. It's not because I think the Timberwolves didn't play well. I think they played great. It's actually quite the opposite. I think it's because I expected this to end this soon, maybe even a little sooner. They really shouldn't have lost Game 1. Hurt his hamstring. He was out after the first quarter, I think. So he only played one quarter. I don't even think he even played the full quarter. And then the rest of the games were easy, man. You guys are a great team. I think you guys are great. Warriors suck without Steph Curry. Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy, he doesn't exist. I think Pat Riley might have been right. I've been really hard on Pat Riley, but I'll admit it. The guy's being paid. He's being recently paid on this 2-year extension. I think it's $121 million. And the guy wants to take 11 shots. We were promised playoff Jimmy. The guy took 11 shots. The best scorer on the team took 11 shots. 11. 2 games before that, he took 9. 9 shots. Buddy Hield has to make the shots. Buddy Hield is your best player. Buddy Hield's the best player on the Warriors, goddammit. When Steph Curry's out, Buddy Hield's the best player. Him and Jonathan Kuminga was better than Jimmy Butler. B-Pods. I think he had 28 points today. What did Jimmy have? What did... He took 11 shots. How many... I think he only made like 4 of them. He made 4 of them. He took 11 shots and he made 4 of them. 2-year, $121 million extension deal. What's going on? Man, I'm sick of talking about. I'm sick of talking about this team, man. Shout out Pat Riley, man. I'm sick and tired of this team, man. I'm tired of the Warriors without Steph Curry, bro. After Draymond fouled out in Game 4, I checked out. He fouled out, I checked out too. Jimmy knew it. He was like, I have 30 something right now. Now Steph's been gone. Draymond's gone. Next game, I'm gonna take 11 shots. I'm gonna take 11 shots. And so yeah. See, Warriors fans, welcome to Cancun. I tip my hat to y'all. Welcome to Cancun. And on that note, those are my thoughts on everything going on in the NBA right now. I'd like to know what you guys think down in the comments below right now. Who do you think's gonna win Game 7 between OKC and the Denver Nuggets? Me personally, I'm taking OKC. Not because I think they're gonna win, but because I think an Ant-Man versus SGA playoff conference finals would be cinema. So let me know. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on this new format. I'm trying something new with the channel. Kind of in my SDC, Zach Lee, Kenny Beecham bag, if you know what I'm talking about. Real ones out there now. Also, feel free to check out my newsletter, Roby Report. If you enjoy the content and also enjoy reading, that's going to be a great place for you to also keep in touch with the NBA, NFL, UFC, and really every sport I enjoy. If there's any interest at all, I'm thinking I'll probably start posting 1 to 2 articles a week. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter over there. I'll be putting the link to Roby Report in the description below. It's also attached to my social media links on my homepage. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn those noties on. Matista signing out.